31, public laws 1975. This meeting has been duly advertised in the Ezra Park Press issue of August 1st, 2015 and May 26, 2016. All municipal clerks of the townships and the boroughs within the regional high school district have been duly notified, and the requirements for posting the notices have been met. First up on the agenda is the minutes for the last meeting. We have
Motion.
Jen, thank you. Second. Okay, any discussion? Mr.
Acetola?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mrs. Fankhauser?
Yes.
Mrs. Lavin?
Yes.
Mr. Messinger?
Yes.
Mrs. Sotera?
Yes.
Mr. Moses?
Yes. Okay, communications are all on file in the office of the board secretary. Next up is the superintendent's report.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. So this is one of our 3 recognition ceremonies that we do annually. Not all student athlete recognition has been received just yet, so it's not quite the volume of numbers that we have in some of our other ceremonies. But really, over the next couple of weeks, take a look at our website if you haven't. Take a look at our Facebook page and some of the other social media threads. Our students do so much and achieve in so many unbelievably different ways. You honestly almost can't keep pace with it. So we love to bring folks together with their parents and guardians on a night like this to recognize some of that excellence across the district. And to begin, I would like to call up representatives from Howell High School.
Good evening, I'm Mrs. England. I'm one of the assistant principals at Howell. I'm excited to be here to honor our students for their outstanding accomplishments. Before I begin, I, along with our principal, Mr. Roberman, and entire administrative team, would like to thank the Board of Education, our superintendent and central administration, and the parents of our students for all of your ongoing support. We would also like to extend a congratulations to all of the students throughout the district receiving medals this evening. At this time, I would like to start by recognizing the 6 Howell High School seniors that have earned the distinct honor of being named Eagle Scout, which is the highest rank attainable in the Boy Scouts of America. Only about 4% of Boy Scouts are granted this rank after a lengthy review process, and the requirements necessary to achieve this rank take years to fulfill. Requirements include earning at least 21 merit badges, demonstration of Scout spirit, and then law service and leadership. And the culmination of all of this is a service project that the Scouts plan, organize, lead, and manage. Please join me in congratulating Alex Behan, Eric Varela, Matt Chan, Hunter Smith, Kevin Reineck, and Robert Silver. Come on up, please. I'm going to start with Alex. The culmination of Alex's journey to Eagle Scout was a project that benefited the Howell Senior Center. He planned and led a team of scouts in building planter boxes and birdhouses. The team also refurbished the sign, beautified the gardens, flagpole area, and walkways, and planted flowers. For Eric's Eagle project took place at Alair State Park, specifically the Nature Center parking lot. He helped beautify the lot by trimming down the branches, cutting the high grass, and blowing the leaves out of the way. He also straightened the concrete blocks in front of each lot and refurbished 2 bike racks and welcome signs. For Matt's Eagle project consisted of supervising a team of 20 scouts to build a wildlife observation blind at Bear Swamp Park, which is near Soldier Memorial Park. The blind is approximately 8 feet tall and wide enough to fit 6 adults. The structure provides safe camouflage for hikers who want to observe nature without disturbing any local wildlife. For Hunter Smith, Hunter's Eagle project consisted of the remediation of an exterior area adjacent to the borough of Farmingdale's municipal building and establishing a retired American flag drop-off point. The area and drop-off box, which includes a new cement walkway, landscape area, fence, and Statue of Liberty, ensures the proper disposal of worn American flags. This is going to be continued to be maintained by Farmingdale's Boy Scout Troop Number 13 And periodically, the flags will be retired by a flag burning ceremony conducted through the troop. For Kevin's Eagle Scout project, he worked with the organization Heroes on the Water to run an event for veterans at the Manasquan Reservoir. This project allowed veterans to enjoy a day out on the water kayak fishing. It was an activity to help veterans get out of their homes, forget about their everyday struggles, and enjoy the day with friends. And finally, for Robert's Eagle Scout project was at the Southern Grange on Route 9 in Howell, which is a nonprofit organization aimed towards bringing the community together. The project included the cleanup of the area surrounding the Grange, restoration of a piece of old farm equipment that is currently on display, making repairs to the fence, refurbishing the flagpole, and adding landscape to several areas of the property. Well done, gentlemen. Mr. Meehan, our supervisor of extracurricular activities, will present the rest of our awards.
Thank you, Mrs. England. Welcome. At first, I'd like to call up 4 of our students and our advisor for TSA, Mrs. Rosa. You can join us at the podium, please. But at this time, I'd like to call up Corey Fink, Marissa Dolch, Megan Moore, and Sidhu Arkal. First 2 students I'd like to speak about took first place in the NJTSA state competition on April 16th. Corey Fink, senior, took first place in desktop publishing. Marissa Dolch, senior, first place, future technology teacher. We also have 2 students who earned National Gold Achievement Awards in technology. Megan Moore, sophomore, and Sidhu Arkal, freshman. We also have 2 more students who were picked for the National TSA Honor Society. They're Marissa Dolch and Megan Moore, 12th grader and 10th grader respectively. Our TSA winners for NJTSA state competition on April 16th. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you very much. From our girls track team, could I please have Rachel Kern, Neve Hayes, Stephanie Bach, and Jada Covington please join us at the podium. First one we have up is Rachel Kern. Rachel Kern did a tremendous job for us this year with the javelin. She was Monmouth County champion, Shore Conference champion. She was an NJSAA Central Jersey Group 4 champion and also NJSAA Group champion in the javelin. Congratulations, Rachel Kern. Neve Hayes, Shore Conference champion, 3,200 meter. Stephanie Bach, NJSAA Central Jersey, South Jersey Group 4 champion in the discus, Stephanie Bach. And last, Jada Covington, NJSAA South Jersey Group 4 champion in the high jump. Congratulations, ladies. Nice job. And last but not least, our BASI Award winners. I see Mr. Kazakov in the audience. We have Aiden. And also Aiden Benavides, could you please join us at the podium? Lisa's here. And Miss Lisa Twombly. During the BASI Awards, Aiden Benavides was given the honor of Outstanding Lead Actor in a Musical in Catch Me If You Can. Aiden Benavides, thank you. Outstanding Choreography in a Musical in Catch Me If You Can, Miss Lisa Twombly. Outstanding Production in a Musical in Catch Me If You Can, Mr. Stephen Kazakov. Thank you very much. That will conclude the award recipients for Howell High School. Mr. Central.
Thank you. Howell High School was also, I think, nominated for a total of 16 BASIs, which was just a phenomenal year. So congratulations. Now I'd like to call up representatives from Freehold High School.
Good evening. My name is Jason Long. I'm the supervisor of extracurricular activities at Freehold High School. On behalf of the administration at Freehold High School, I would like to congratulate all of the medal recipients tonight. Also, I'd like to thank the Board of Education and our superintendent, Mr. Sampson, for providing us with such a wonderful evening. We would like to recognize a couple of students at Freehold High School who recently competed in the state level in a National History Day contest. National History Day is a nonprofit education organization in College Park, Maryland, established in 1974, with a sole mission to reinvigorate the teaching and learning of history. National History Day offers year-long academic programs that engage middle and high school students around the world annually in conducting original research on historical topics of interest. These research-based projects are entered into contests at the local and affiliate levels, where top student projects have the opportunity to advance to the national contest at the University of Maryland at College Park. This year's theme was Exploration, Encounter, and Exchange in History. Two students at Freehold High School created a trifold exhibit about French undersea explorer Jacques Cousteau. At a regional competition, their project placed near the top, which qualified them for the state level competition held at William Patterson University. Once again, their exhibit was so good, they became a top place finisher, which qualified them for the national competition coming up on June 14th at the University of Maryland. So we would like to recognize Trusha Devankar and Kaylin Tong for this outstanding accomplishment. Come on. Trusha and Kaylin, good luck at the national competition next week. Once again, congratulations to all the recipients and their families. I would now like to turn it over to Principal of Freehold High School, Mrs. Linda Jewell.
Good evening, everyone. That was a new one for us, that National History Day. It's the first time we got involved in that, and our students did exceptionally well. It's kind of just a unique spin on things a little bit. I'd like to ask right now for Natalie Meltzer to come please to the front. Natalie? You heard a little bit of earlier about the Eagle Scout Award. Natalie is the recipient and has earned the equivalent in Girl Scouting of the Eagle Scout. It's called the Gold Award. And for more than 100 years, Girl Scouting has honored girls who make a substantial impact in their communities with this award. which is the highest achievement awarded by Girl Scouts. Only approximately 5% of all young women who start out in scouting complete the Gold Award, and to earn this achievement, each girl alone must commit a minimum of 80 hours of work in planning and then executing a community service project with help of troop members and others from the community. And for each of the girls, their project then has to undergo a great deal of scrutiny under the Girl Scouts of the Jersey Shore Council to ensure that all criteria is met and that the girls have showed leadership and commitment to the project that they set out to accomplish. Natalie is a member of the Culinary Academy at Freehold High School, and so she took a passion that she already has, which is in culinary, and she based her entire Gold Award and her project around her passion. She called her project Mission Nutrition, and in Mission Nutrition, she and other members of her troop went into different settings where there were middle school students and actually helped them prepare a nutritious meal, talked about what nutrition meant, how can you prepare a nutritious meal, prepared the meal, and then took and donated the meal that they had prepared to the St. Peter's in downtown Freehold that serves people in need a couple evenings a week. The money for the ingredients for all of the meals that she created was raised over the course of several different fundraisers. So congratulations to Natalie, Project well done. I'd now like to ask Holly Mitzberg, please, to come to the podium.
So each year we host a teen driver safety awareness poster design contest, and that is a competition that occurs across the high school for our 10th grade students. It's judged blindly, so folks, the Board of Education votes on that with the administrative team, and ultimately we select one winner each year. The winning flag, the winning design is turned into a flag that is then flown over the home school parking lot to promote safety awareness for, obviously, with 3,000 teenagers. We have quite a few new drivers in the school district, and we'd like to recognize Holly, who is this year's winner from Freehold High School.
Design, so we captured it in black.
And thank you from Freehold High School. I would now like to call up representatives from Colts Neck High School.
Thank you, Mr. Sampson. Thank you, Board of Education, and congratulations to all the other recipients here this evening and all the recipients that have been recognized this year. Mr. Sampson certainly is correct in just how every day seems to be more and more amazing when we look at the website and you look at the newspapers to see what our students in this district are accomplishing. It's truly incredible. We also tonight have two Eagle Scouts. In fact, last month we recognized an Eagle Scout, and it was in my attendance at the Court of Honor that I showed up and realized that there were 4 Eagle Scouts being recognized at that Court of Honor, and 2 others there were my students. They hadn't, I guess they hadn't come out to tell us that the last time, so I told them, well, good news is we still have time to get you on the June board meeting. So I have 2 additional Eagle Scouts to recognize this month. If Anthony Lyons would come up, and I don't know that Eric Malco is here, but I think his dad is here to stand in for him, so why don't you come on up and stand in for Eric tonight. I'm sure my colleagues are probably sick of hearing me say this, but scouting is extremely important to me. I happen to be in this brotherhood of Eagle Scouts. I'm one of 5 brothers, 3 Eagle Scout sons with a 4th Eagle Scout project already underway, about 8 nephews with Eagle Scouts. So this is pretty important to me, and it's always a pleasure to be able to recognize young men who have made this achievement. Anthony's project consisted of revitalizing the Ordina Elementary School playground in Farmingdale, Howell. This included refinishing all the equipment, meant clean, prime, and paint with school colors, repairing the encircling railroad ties, rebuilding and painting with school colors 2 picnic tables. Donations were received from Sherwin-Williams Paint Store, and the remaining was donated by his grandfather, and also raised money through selling candy bars. The total effort he led is broken down by 274 man-hours with 41 different people, himself, scouts, scout leaders, and key stakeholders as well. Anthony will be attending Rider University in the fall, where he will study secondary education and French. Congratulations, Anthony. And Eric Malco. Eric's project consisted of improving the Girl Scout Camp Sacagawea in Farmingdale. He led 15 to 20 members of his scout troop for help during the project. Their project included using recycled refurbished wood to fix 2 benches, which were also painted, cleaned, and fixed 2 lifeguard shacks, replaced and painted a 6-foot stockade fence, rescreened the windows to several shower rooms. Eric also received donations from Sherwin-Williams and from Mr. Fence to complete the project. Eric will be pursuing his goal of becoming a park ranger after graduation. Congratulations, Anthony and Eric. And next up, if I can have Georgia Sandich come up to the front, please. We also have at Colts Neck High School a Gold Award recipient, and Georgia is that recipient. While volunteering at the Willows in Holmdel, Georgia realized that there was a huge discrepancy between the way Alzheimer's patients and normal patients were cared for by the activities staff. Residents with senile dementia are very high maintenance and require near constant supervision to prevent them from injuring themselves or causing trouble. For the care staff, it was much easier to put the Alzheimer's residents in front of a television all day than to have to constantly chase all of them down, especially because the Senile Dementia Activities Center was not aptly supplied with Alzheimer's-specific activities. In response to this issue, Georgia created her Senior Center Makeover Project, in which she created 12 sensory boxes centered around major life events. These sensory boxes would contain items and pictures linked to specific themes such as wedding or birthday, so that the resident could open the box, look over the items, and stimulate their memory. These boxes served a dual purpose of both entertaining and mentally engaging the residents, as opposed to letting their conditions worsen in front of a TV screen. Georgia will be attending Rutgers University in the fall. Congratulations, Georgia. And she'll be majoring in physics, just to throw that in there too. All right, at this time, I'm going to turn over our one additional recognition tonight to our Supervisor of Extracurricular Activities, Mr. Rick Arneo. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Simon. I would like to call down Colleen Megerly, Eva Gibson, Stephanie O'Horo, and Kaylee Hoagland.
Kaylee's on her way.
Kaylee's on her way. Colleen, Eva, Stephanie, and Kaylee comprise the Colts Neck High School girls 4x800 team that placed first at the Central Jersey Group 3 state sectional meet. The 3 up here now are not seniors, so we look to repeat next year, we hope. They went on to place fourth at the Group 3 state meet and will be in the seeded section of the Meet of Champions this Wednesday. Kaylee, who's not here right now, will be attending Holy Cross University on a swimming scholarship. So congratulations to the Colts Neck High School girls 4x800 team.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you very much, and congratulations everyone.
Manalapan High School, Dr. Angelosi. Sit down, Miss Higley, not getting called.
Good evening. First, I'd like to thank the other recipients of district medals for their accomplishments this evening. And I would also like to thank the Central Office Administration and the Board of Education for your continued support of our students and our schools. Mr. Hine, our Supervisor of Extracurricular Activities, could not be with us. At the same time, we have a Booster Club meeting, and next week's the Senior Athletic Awards Dinner, so he had to be at the Booster Club meeting this evening. Let's get started with the awards. I would first like to recognize Michael McNicholas. Come on down, Mike. For receiving the Jersey Shore Sporting News Scholar Athlete for track. We have our academic awards tomorrow night, which is the same night as their banquet, so Mike has decided to come to our academic awards, so he'll be missing it. So we're going to give him a district medal tonight. Each spring, Jersey Sporting News recognizes outstanding scholar athletes from around the Shore Conference. Accolades for Mike include the indoor school record for the 200 meter, which he ran in 22 seconds flat. He also qualified to compete at the Indoor Meet of Champions this past winter. In the spring, Mike was an outstanding 400 meter runner for us, an integral part of our school sprint medley relay team that qualified for nationals in North Carolina later this month. Mike is also a 12-season varsity letter winner for soccer in the 2 track seasons, and he was also captain for 6 of those seasons. The scholar athlete component is Mike is also ranked in the top 5 of the class with a GPA above a 5.0, and he will be attending Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in the fall. Congratulations, Mike. I would now like to ask Carlos Orta, Anthony Saucelli, and Zachary Sloan to come on down. Regretfully, we forgot to include our All Shore Jazz Band participants at the last district awards ceremony, so we're going to take care of it right now. First up on the trumpet is Carlos Orta. Next on piano, Anthony Saucelli. And finally, on the tenor saxophone is Zachary Sloan. Congrats to our All Shore Band honorees. Gentlemen. At this time, I'd ask Shreyas Selvaraj and Brian Sharon to come down. Brian and Shreyas are sophomores in our Science and Engineering Learning Center. They recently traveled to Stuyvesant High School in New York for their hackathon. That is not, the hackathon has nothing to do with doing things illegal with a computer. For those of you unaware, it is an event in which computer programmers and others involved in software development collaborate intensively on software projects over a 24 to 48 hour period straight. Shreyas and Brian developed an app that helps students prepare for exams. The app was titled Water Bottle Buddies, and I have no idea why. They placed 3rd overall at the hackathon, and again, this took place at Stuyvesant High School, which has a reputation nationally as one of the best high schools in the country. And they took 1st place overall in the app category. Both of these gentlemen will be helping me out as we, as Manalapan High School, hosts our first district-wide hackathon next January. Congratulations, guys. But I did tell them they won't be allowed to compete. They're going to be helping me the whole time. Freshman. Ariel's a sophomore. They're both freshmen, not sophomores. My fault. That's even more exciting because I got another 3 years of them. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening.
Call up Freehold Township representatives. Mrs. Higley was so excited before she jumped up.
That's right, I'm very excited to honor our students this evening. And again, I'd like to thank the Board of Education, Mr. Sampson, and all the parents for all the time that you put in, because the students wouldn't be here without your support. First of all, I'm going to call up in a couple groups. I have Sarah Barina, Ron Carmen, Chris Bueno, and Alyssa Benito. If you could please come up. Sarah is a member of our JSA. She has been honored by 4 times being the best speaker gavels. She has written and passed bills through the Winter Congress, which is a great accomplishment in JSA. Next, we have TSA. I have 2 students who won the Gold Achievement Award, Ron and Chris. The Gold Achievement Awards are given for excellence in school and the community in the areas of service, leadership, career, and personal planning and technological literacy. The award is based on a point system where the students are awarded points in these areas. Bronze require 100 points, silver 200, and the gold 300. They will both be representing Freehold Township High School at the National TSA Convention this summer. Congratulations. And Alyssa has been selected to be a member of the 2017 All-State Women's Chorus. Alyssa will be representing Freehold Township in the All-State Chorus next year. She was chosen out of over 1,000 high school choir participants who auditioned throughout the state of New Jersey in April. Alyssa will be performing at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center next February. It is quite an honor to be a member of this ensemble. Next, I'd like to call up Narijas Musavi, Alexandra Hagar, Allison Finn, Madison Stein, and Zinea Musavi. As you can see, some of them are members of our FFA at Freehold Township High School. Najarvis placed 1st place in Landscape Design CDE. The Nursery Landscape CDE tests student skills in aspects of maintaining landscape plants and related products, evaluating equipment and services, and landscape design. Alexandra, Allison, and Madison placed 1st in representing FFA National Convention in 2016 for the Hall of States. The Hall of States exhibits enable students to showcase their state's agricultural expertise as well as be introduced to the traditions of other states. These exhibits expose all show attendees to America's diverse agricultural system, and they were selected to represent New Jersey. So it was a great honor. Zanab Denab won first place in the dental science at the Health Occupation Student Association, HOSA, at the Southern Regional Conference, which was held at the Camden County Technical School. She went on to place in the state conference in March. This is all, we don't even have an HOSA organization at our school. She went out and joined one on her own and as part of her interest in the health field. So congratulations. And next, if Katie Varman, Mia Lombardi, and Robert Swithers would please come up. All right, we also have two Girl Scout Gold Award recipient and an Eagle Scout. First, Katie. Katie ran an intensive 8-week program on healthy eating and fitness in the child care and preschool settings. She organized a carnival, fundraised over $600, led a team of volunteers, and lined up a different guest speaker for each week. The guests included experts in nutrition, exercise, and even yoga. She managed her own budget, secured donations of supplies, and purchased needed materials. As a result of this project, Katie was invited to be one of the 16 girls from the state to meet with the national leader of Girl Scouts. Mia's project was called Pillows for a Cause. The purpose of this project was to develop awareness of children with special needs and how people in the community can make a difference in their lives. She made presentations to Girl Scout troops, youth groups, and other clubs and activities to increase their knowledge of special needs children. In addition, she made positional pillows for the children based on their disabilities. These positional pillows can be very costly, and many of these children cannot afford expensive medical positional pillows. Congratulations. For his Eagle Scout project, Robert chose a task that would give something back to his community and enhance the beauty of our park. He restored the picnic tables at the Monmouth Battlefield. Robert solicited donations and discounts from Ace Hardware for the materials needed. He cut and replaced broken boards, refinished, and secured warm portions of the tables, making them look like new. Congratulations. And now Mr. McAvoy will present the athletic awards.
Thank you, Mrs. Higley. Is Kai Martin here tonight? I know that some of the All Shores were taking pictures tonight with the press, but Kai is one of our first team All Shore for girls lacrosse. According to our coach, Kai, although predominantly a defender, was an asset for the team over the field. We were able to use her anywhere we were lacking on the field, and she would make all the difference. She had 15 goals, 6 assists, and 27 draw controls, and she was first team All Shore for girls lacrosse. So a round of applause for her. May I have Bobby Weesey come up? By the outfit, he is one of our golfers. Bobby was just named first team All Shore for golf. He was second place in the Monmouth County tournament, 5th place in the Shore Conference tournament, and his season average is 36. He made the first team All Shore, also with three CBA athletes and 1 Rumson athlete. So we're very excited for him. So congrats, Bobby. And we have one more year with him, which is good. Is Nicole Whitley in here tonight? All right, Nicole Whitley, she was involved to participate in a youth national team camp in Carson, California this summer as one of the top players in the country. At this camp, Nicole impressed the coaching staff enough to the point where she was also invited to participate a camp in July which will take place in England. So congrats to Nicole for tonight at the soccer. Caroline Fiola, are you here tonight? There she is. Come up, Caroline. All right, Caroline, she was our Monmouth County champion for the long jump. According to our coach, Caroline had one of the best individual jumping seasons in school history. She became just the 4th girl in school history to long jump over 17 feet. Her 17-foot jump was good enough to win the Monmouth County State Championship in the spring season. Next year, she'll be attending St. Joe's University, where she'll be participating at the Division I level in track and field. So congrats Caroline. Is Kira here tonight? I know Kira is practicing right now. Kira is our Monmouth County championship in the 800, 1600, and 3200 meter races, but that was one day in racing in Monmouth County, so won all those 3, which was pretty impressive. She was our Shore Conference championship in the 1600 meters, and she is the NJSA Group 4 champion in the 800 meter and 1600 meters. So we are very excited to see where she does on Wednesday's meetup championships. So round of applause for Kira. Another one we excited about the meetup championship is Steve Stuklinski. So please come up. Steve Stuklinski was our NJSI Group 4 championship in the high jump. According to coach, this spring, Steven broke one of the longest standing school records dating back 26 years in the high jump. 2 weeks ago, he cleared 6 foot 8 1/4 inches to win the Central Jersey Group 4 State Sectional High Jump Championship. We are very excited to see what he does on Wednesday at the Meet of Championships. So congrats.
Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to call up Marlboro High School.
Good evening, welcome to Marlboro High School. My name is Sean Boylan, the principal. And I also like to congratulate all the students here on their accomplishments. It's really amazing to see what you young students do here year in, year out. And I'd also like to thank the Board of Education and Mr. Sampson for providing us with this evening. It's always one of the greatest nights during the course of the year. But before I introduce Mr. Ryden to recognize our students on their accomplishments, I would like to recognize a student who won the 2016 National Merit Scholarship. Before doing so, I would like to just point out that approximately 1.5 million students entered the 2016 National Merit Scholarship Program. Only about 16,000 were named semifinalists, and only 7,400 National Merit Scholarships are chosen from the group of approximately 15,000 distinguished finalists. Marlboro High School's National Merit Scholarship winner this year is Rachel Zhao. Rachel? Rachel also received the perfect score on her SATs and will be attending the University of Pennsylvania Wharton School of Business next fall.
All right, good evening. First, we're going to start with our Model Congress. Seth Katz, come on up. The Marlboro High School government team won Best Delegation at Highland Park High School's competition for the model government. Congratulations, Seth. Next, I'd like to call up Amanda Valaro, Josh Levy, Devin Varela, and Nadine Jalani. Okay, these students are members of our Rutgers Model Congress, and they also were given the Best Delegation nomination. And from Mr. Eric Yang, Marlboro's team participated in a 4-day government simulation of high schools across the state of New Jersey and beyond. 27 students from Marlboro participated in congressional, Supreme Court, lobbying groups, current and historical cabinet situation rooms. For the 3rd time in 4 years, Marlboro High School's delegation was recognized as one of the top performers with the Outstanding Delegation Award. Individual awards for Best Delegate in an Advanced Committee, that was Amanda Valaro and Josh Levi. Best Delegate in a Committee, Devin Varela and Nadine Jalani. And now I'd like to call up Carly Cooper and Ashley O'Connor. Carly and Ashley took first place in a National Youth Photography Competition. Carly's photo, she had 2 photos, Ketchikan kayaks and the turning wheel. She took first place in her area, and Ashley was with her photo, Smoky River. Next, I'd like to call up Sarah Baum and Matt Jones and Ambika Sinja. Okay, Sarah, Matt, and Ambika are our JSA winners this year. Sarah, I don't think Sarah's here. She took a Best Speaker Award for arguing the con, Donald Trump should be embraced by the GOP. Sarah also won a Best Speaker Award for arguing the pro, Donald Trump is responsible for his violence at all of his rallies. I guess we know who Sarah's voting for. Matt Jones took a Best Speaker Award arguing the pro, the Senate should hold confirmation hearings on Obama's Supreme Court nominees. And Ambika Sinja, she was elected as the New Jersey Region Mayor by her JSA peers. Ambika will oversee everything JSA in New Jersey, such as organizing the fall and spring one-day competitions and meetings. Okay, next I'd like to call up Priya Stravitstava and Gaurav Shiraykar. I don't know if he's here. I'll start with Gaurav because he is not here. Gaurav is our Eagle Scout, and his project included the safety of the summer camp facility for underprivileged children at the Qatari Environmental Center in Marlboro. He raised money through donations and fundraisers and built benches, painted floors, cleared the grounds, and installed safety fences at the campsite. So we'll accept his medal on his behalf. Priya is our Gold Award for Girl Scouts, and for her project, she created a workshop in order to encourage hydration called Way to Go H2O, and presented it to various groups of camps and classes throughout Monmouth County this past summer. The goal for her award was for children and teenagers to watch and take part in the workshops so they can increase their water intake throughout their lives, and along with starting to value water more in their lives. So congratulations. Okay, now let's call up Mr. Patrick Dalton, Mariah Cam, and Jack Pensabine. This year, for our fall drama Rumors and for our spring musical Aida, Marlboro High School was nominated for 11 BASI Awards, and we took home 2. For Outstanding Set Design, our tech director, Jack Pensabine, for Rumors. And for Aida, we won Outstanding Student Orchestra, conducted by Mr. Patrick Dalton, and accepting on the award on the orchestra's behalf is Senior Mariah Cam. Now let's call up some track athletes. Woo! Kwaku Epaza, come on down. Building off his winter in the high hurdles, Kwaku was also the Monmouth County champion in the 110-meter high hurdles for the spring. So congratulations, Kwaku. And he is only a junior, so we have him again next year. Next, I'd like to call down Alicia Zhao, Labika Kazar, Lauren Newman, and Danielle Spano. These are members of our 4x100 meter relay team. They were also the Monmouth County champs. So congratulations. Okay, Gianna Gomez, why don't you come up too and stand here next to Alicia. There's a little story going on with the two of them. Okay, Gianna was just named first team All-Shore for track for the long jump. Gianna broke a 29-year-old school record with the long jump as the short conference champion this year of a jump of 17 feet, 11 and 1/4 inch. Which we all thought was amazing until Alicia this weekend at Easterns decided to break that record with a jump of 18.2. Lucky for Gianna's coming back because she's only a sophomore. Alicia is actually going to the United States Naval Academy as a cobalt. And the last person we're going to recognize, I know is not here tonight because she is at the photo shoot for the all-shore team. But Macy Datillo, she's a junior on our softball team. Macy was selected first team all-shore, and she is the first girl from Marlboro High School ever to be selected as the first team all-shore in softball. So,
Thank you, folks, and thank you, parents and family friends, for coming out. We're going to conduct board business. You are all welcome to stay and enjoy the excitement, or we will take a 2-minute recess. So thank you. I'm just going to conclude a couple items on my report. First and foremost, we are in that very busy time of the school year at the end of the year with a number of our academic award celebrations or athletic award celebrations, finishing up, completed our senior proms, and those are terrific evening events that are occurring over the next couple of weeks, really primarily last week, this week, in all 6 of our high schools. Just a few items that I'd like to note that I'm particularly proud of. One, we received an NJDOE grant, multi-year, ultimately $100,000 grant for our computer program, to expand our computer program at Freehold High School. We were one of, I believe, 9 districts across the state that received that grant, so it's an incredible honor for us. We're very proud of that. We also received a grant for a learning, what's known as a learning center classroom that will be placed at Manalapan High School with some state-of-the-art equipment, a computer that allows you to manipulate 3D images on the computer. So we're excited for what that classroom space may bring, and as we can continue to take a real hard examination over our learning spaces across the district, we're proud to bring in some of these certainly innovative and processes that really enable us to educate our students in the way in which they should be educated in 2016. We also have a unique program that was recognized last week at Brookdale Community College through our Title I funding, where we developed a standalone partnership with Brookdale Community College, where I believe 31 of our students went through a college-ready course sessions at Brookdale Community College in order to make sure that they're prepared for success in the post-secondary academic world, and that's a really unique program that we have at Brookdale. We're incredibly proud of it and incredibly proud of the work that those young men and women did. We are also finishing up our presentations on the transition to the block schedule that we'll be moving to in 2018. There was a team of teacher leaders that went out and about to each building presenting that. Now the building principals are following up with specific presentations to faculty and staff about what that new schedule will entail. And as we move forward to the end of the year, I just think it's you literally, and I said it earlier, cannot keep up with the pace of the awards and recognition and accolades that our students and faculty members are achieving across the board. And I think it's one of the things that we always talk about is the Freehold Regional High School District is a North Star district, not just for the state, but for the nation. And I think if you keep pace with the sorts of things that we're accomplishing here as a school district, it would be hard to disagree with that. So that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Sampson. Public participation, no one signed up to speak. That brings us to the agenda.
Yes. 2 items for the agenda. 1 correction, G7, under leave of absence. Change school from Colts Neck to Freehold High School for Ashley Hunt. Also, there's an amendment the following name under G3, approval of honoraria, is being removed from consideration. Richard Euro, boys soccer, Hal. So, as amended for those 2 items.
Okay. I'd like to take the agenda in one shot. Can we have a motion? G1 to K6. I'm sorry, G1 to K5.
Motion.
Yep. Thank you, Jen. We have a second? Motion. Discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Boyce?
Mr. Asatola?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mrs. Fankhauser?
Yes, except on G3 and G9, any appointments, honorary or volunteer having to do with Colts Neck High School football or soccer. I'm going to abstain from my son's participation in those sports.
Mrs. Lavin?
Yes.
Mr. Messinger?
Yes.
Mrs. Sutera?
Yes.
Mr. Moses?
Yes. Next up, we have old business, new business.
Just one item. I'd like to recognize Renee Schneider, who's here. Renee, can you stand up, please? Renee will be our new administrative supervisor for curriculum and instruction. She is, to date, the only candidate that I ever offered a position to who exclaimed that she could not feel her face for her excitement. So Renee is currently the K-12 science supervisor for the Old Bridge Public Schools, and she's well known by many of us in the district because she's taken a number of graduate courses that Mr. Boyce instructs and then I instruct. So Renee's a known entity, and we wish her well in her new position in the Office of Curriculum and Instruction.
Last but not least,
Mr. Moses, there is a K6 that was on the agenda, so we will need to vote on that item. K6 is the designation of naval stations, Earl High School students.
I apologize to Earl and their students.
So we have a motion.
We need a motion. Second. Discussion. Mr. Boyce.
Mr. Acetola? Yes. Mr. Bruno? Yes. Mrs. Frankhauser?
Yes.
Mrs. Lavin?
Yes.
Mr. Messinger?
Yes.
Mrs. Sotera?
Yes.
Mr. Moses?
Yes. Okay, last but not least on the new business. We have a plaque here that I'd like to read. It's presented to Vincent Achillette. It is with great pleasure and honor that the Freehold Regional High School District present Vincent with this recognition plaque for his May 23rd, 2016 graduation from Yale University. Vincent was our youngest elected Board of Education member and our first Board of Education member to graduate from Yale. Our sincere wishes for your success at Harvard University Graduate School for the upcoming 2016-2017 year. Now, it is affixed with 3 signatures. We'll go in level of pay. Essie Moses, Mr. Sampson, Charles Sampson, and on the back, U.S. Senator Cory Booker, who says to Vincent, congratulations on your great work and service. I look forward to your future. So Vincent, please come and accept this. Last but not least, if we take out the student award ceremony, and you'll notice on your clocks that I think I have broken the record for, and I know we're taping this, so for all those other boards of education in New Jersey, please take a look. We have hit the 14-minute mark. All right, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting. Kathy, we have a second for adjournment? Thank you, Jen. All those in favor? So shall ye say, so shall it be written. Thank you for coming.